Hey, this is Kevin from Kevin's Barbecue Joints, and this one's awesome. It's with Jordan Wright from Wright's Barbecue. They have 4 locations in Arkansas. This one is at the Rogers location. He explains all about that. This is their 3rd spot. So he goes into detail about his mindset. The last time I really spoke with him, he only had 1 location, so now he has 4 locations, over 100 employees. So there's a lot to unpack, and it's really interesting. He's such a good businessman as well as such a good human. He's one of my favorite people. So I know you're going to love this. I can't thank him enough for taking the time. I also have a tour of Rogers that's on my YouTube channel. Sit back, relax, enjoy this episode, and be sure to visit your local barbecue joint.
We're rock and rolling, but yeah, we're trying to get this thing enclosed for the winter because it's too stressful trying to get everyone inside.
When does winter start for you, essentially?
Like next
December?
week. Next week.
Next
I
week.
mean, yeah, it ain't gonna be enclosed by then, but we're gonna get like some like some bubbles and stuff or something because we have to have the seating. I mean, it just gets nuts at lunchtime. It's 2 o'clock and we just railed through a little 15-person line. Hey guys, go ahead. You don't need a warmer turned on for you? Or are you guys good? All right, good deal. I agree. Just making sure. That's like a half toughness check. No, but no, it's good. Yeah, man, it's like the bar's kill. I mean, bar's doing okay. If we got it enclosed and made it a real bar, and we were open all the time, like this bar would be really busy. Our bread and butter is the barbecue and
Yeah.
the sides, not our cocktail program.
Let's go backwards then. So this is the most recent location, right?
No, this is the
Oh,
second
third.
most recent.
A second
So
most
this is our
recent.
3rd spot. So we had last we talked, we had Johnson and Bentonville, right?
Yeah, just Bentonville was kind of just, yeah.
Bentonville just opened, and then yeah, it's crazy. It's been like 2 years, I guess,
Uh-huh.
since we talked. Maybe 3. Was it
Maybe
COVID? I
3.
guess
It was right. Yeah, it was right. COVID. Yeah, beginning of COVID.
Yeah, we were doing drive-through. Shoot.
Uh-huh. And the tree thing or something with a
Yeah.
tree.
So we took out the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, man. It's been nuts. So we last year we had this opportunity about May talking to a guy, and he was a pitching coach at a local high school, and he was like, "Man, what are y'all? Would you ever hire me?" And I'm like, "Absolutely. You're like one of my friends." He said, "Yeah." And so I sat down and interviewed him, or kind of talked to him, and kind of asked questions. And he's like, "Well, I got to sign my contract with the school like in 2 weeks." And I was like, "Well, I mean, if I'm going to hire you, it'll take, he's like, this is what it'll take." I was like, "Well, it'll take you being a GM of a store if we're going to bring you on. And I don't have a store for you because I just had 2 and like all the positions are full. I didn't really have like a leadership job or something, like some sort of ops team job available." And like the next day, so I was like, "Dude, I would sign the contract. That's what I would think." And then the next day I get a call from the people that were operating this business, and they were like, "Man, we're out. Like they just did a really bad job. Whatever it was unfortunate for their team and their business." But so they said, "Hey, we're trying to sell all our stuff, and you buy us out of the lease, whatever, and like take over our spot." So we did,
Ah.
and then we built the pit house, and then 2 weeks later, I told Brand the next day, like Brand was like, "Yep, all right, I'm coming on." I was like, "You know what? Honestly, the more guy that kind of had his hand on the whole situation, it was
Yeah,
like
it seems like
we've got to go ahead and hire Brandon, no matter what, So we did that, and man, 3 months later, and in November, we opened. I guess about 4 months took us to get open. So
So it's
last
been
year,
almost a year for this
it's
location.
just over a year. Yeah.
Wow. But this wasn't planned. It was just kind of happened. This one.
Yeah, it just happened, and then
Where is Rogers?
It's north of Fayetteville, in between Fayetteville and Bentonville, but
Okay.
it's right next. I mean, you can see it from here. You might be able to see it. I don't know if I can zoom in, but
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
I don't know if you can see. There it is.
Oh,
That's the view from our bar. That's our amp. Is that big white thing? It's called the amp. That's like the Walmart amp. That's where like all of our concerts are.
The Walmart. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, wow, you have a second location really close.
This is this is where JB Hunt's located. It's just south of Bentonville. It's just a hot spot. Like, there's a mall right across the street. There's a Bass Pro Shop. It's like the unicorn of restaurant. I mean, really, it's nuts. It's been really busy. We've got great customers, great guests, great team, but it's really busy. So it's a lot. This one's a great one.
What are the hours for that one?
10:30 to 9, Tuesday to Saturday.
Wow, that's great. Do you think you'll ever? I guess you wouldn't ever be open on a Sunday, but is it like would Sunday warrant it being open or not? Not in that area.
No, I mean we could, but we've been able to keep our people. I mean, our turnover is so low, Kevin. Like I just don't know. It's like, what is it worth?
Yeah,
is it worth another, $500,000 of sales a year? Which is it'd probably be that, but like Okay, then you're doing like 15% profit margin, like on a like ideal, like, max, if you're running 15% profit, you're doing a pretty good job barbecue. So for 50, 60 grand a year, it's like,
No.
and our team is like happy. I mean, I think like we do a great job taking care of them. They get paid time off, and we do benefits, and you get 2 days off a week.
Yeah. Well, and also too, it's crazy that like how many people. I want to jump to like the fourth location, and then I'll go to Bentonville and talk about Roger. I mean Johnson. Is it Johnson City or Johnson? Just Johnson. Right?
Johnson,
Johnson. But how many employees do you have now?
129,
Crazy. How many did you have when I talked to you? You
probably 30.
think? How does that feel?
Oh, it's awesome. I was saying about thinking this morning. It's great, man. We've been tremendously blessed. I mean, it's a different role than it was 3 years ago because we had one store, and so it's like weird because you kind of like have to peel yourself out
Hmm.
of the day to day, and it's really hard to do.
How do you define your success now? Do you just define it by like on a daily bit?
That's a tough question. Probably just by my team members. I mean, just by like our guests that are. I mean, like how good are we doing at hospitality? And
Hmm.
am I doing a good enough job of leading conversations around quality and hospitality and making sure teams are, running their ships correctly? I
Yeah,
mean,
which
that's
is totally different than what like it's not totally, but it's a different feeling than it was when I initially talked to you because you had transitioned, you had bought that place. I mean, you had got the location was like some couple women had a store or something,
yeah,
and it was
yeah,
just yeah when we initially talked and your car and it's just and then I think we got the little tour, but
yeah.
it's just amazing how things have changed. I was just curious if things have changed mentally for you. Are you happy? Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah, man. I am. I'm
You
really
seem really
happy. I
happy.
mean, it's what's up, dude? How's it going, Terrell? Terrell, this is Kevin. Kevin's barbecue joints from
Hey,
California.
hey,
Hey,
nice to
Kevin,
meet you.
what's going on,
Hey,
man?
what's up? Nice to meet you.
He said, "Hello, what's up? Things are good, man. Doing this little interview. What are you doing? Are you grabbing and rolling? Or are you done? Nice, nice. You killing up there? Busy day? Sweet. Oh yeah, killer. Bread and butter. Uh, like some speakers. You just bumping the space. That's my Bentonville manager, and like that store is great. It's like such a good store. I don't get up there enough. But like it's hard like getting the Little Rock. But no, I mean success for me is like I'm trying to grow personally and just trying to get be the best version I can possibly be of who I
Yeah.
am and what I can bring to the team and whether that's challenging what we've been doing. It's hard when you've been doing stuff for 7 years because people expect the same things.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's even harder for people who are doing 30 years, but like we've just never sat and rested on like, hey, this is exactly how we do this. It's like we're constantly trying to make things better. And so it's really hard though when you like do you get rid of a smoked bean because like it's like our barbecue smoked bean is like barbecue baked bean. And like a charro bean is really good. And like we
Yeah.
actually all prefer it. Like we'd rather eat that. But like a general barbecue customer that's coming through the door expects a barbecue baked bean when they order beans.
True.
And so my definition for me is success is like, am I taking great care of our guests, our customers? At the end of the day, are we making money to where I can pay bills and make enough money to take care of people and give bonuses and where people feel fulfilled in their job and they feel appreciated, not just because they get
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like how can I take care of people? That's
Hmm.
how I feel success and like are we able to you know keep all things moving forward. Right now we got a ton of construction issues and projects and things. I appreciate that. Well, thanks, man. What's your name? Craig Jordan Wright. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's probably the only thing that like stresses me out is construction. Little Rock, whenever we did Little Rock, that was a long that we just opened that in September.
Okay.
That's section 4. So that's location 4.
And how many smokers are there?
5.
Is it similar to the footprint of this one, or is it?
It's a little different, but it's very similar. It's a different layout, but it's basically the same. It's just we got a big walk-in that is attached to our Little Rock smokehouse, so all of our meats are. It's like the perfect build out. We have a 20. It's 20. 22 feet by 14 feet, like walk in. So it's a massive
Wow.
production walk in. We
Yeah.
do all our sausage and everything. Everything's out of there. So it's really cool.
Was that like a build from the ground up?
It's a remodel of an
Oh,
old military Quonset hut.
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. How did you find that? It's like a realtor
My
guy?
buddy, it came up for sale from a group of restaurants, and they were using it as a corporate office, and they were going to use that front part as a barbecue joint, and then they didn't, and so they ended up selling it to us.
Does 4 feel manageable? Like, do you think 6 could be manageable, or do you feel like this is a good sweet spot?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's all about your leaders, and I feel like we have a proven model. That's what we've been doing the last year and a half is just trying to. I hate and it's just something that's necessary. Standardization and
Yeah,
formalization of processes and procedures and rules
yeah,
and staffing and pay. It's like making sure here's the plan.
yeah.
This is the formula. How we operate is what's actually valuable, not the food's great, but if we had a bad operating system and people were out not doing the right things and we didn't have people working. Tell Kevin real quick, how many briskets and butts are you taking tonight to the basketball game?
Tonight, 20 butt, 10 brisket.
How many taking where are you taking to the football game tomorrow?
70 brisket.
There you go,
Wow.
baby. All right, let's rock and roll.
Nice. Nice.
Let's go say yeah, we are. See you, brother. That's for and honestly on a busy game it's like 110 butts, 120 butts, 100 briskets, but it's a night game against a low end opponent tomorrow. So
Wait, so do you guys have
so we got
spot
six
there?
concession stands. We have 6 concession stands in the football stadium.
Wow, I forgot about that. That was yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so how was that? Is that
It's great.
odd or interesting, or is that so
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's our stadium manager. So when we first started it, my brother moved from California up here to run the stadium.
Oh yeah, your brother's from
And
California.
then and so we were doing that together. So basically we ran that Saturday football games pretty nuts. And so man, it's just running around like a wild man. We have like 100 contract workers that come work for us on Saturdays and game days. So
Wow.
and then when we do basketball season, it's less people, but we have 2 stands in basketball.
So do you have like a pared down menu? Is it sandwiches, like handheld
Just
stuff?
sandwiches and nachos at basketball, and then just sandwiches at football.
Wow,
That's all you can do.
Yeah. That's that's cool though, and it's like great for get the name out. And do you still kind of feel like across the country you're kind of a sleeper place, even though like you have 4 you have 4 locations. I just kind of sometimes think when I think about you, I think that not everyone knows about you, and that's why I love talking.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely an underdog state. Arkansas is
True,
but a buddy of mine's working on our merch stuff, and yeah, I mean, we're the middle. Back in the '70s, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi tried to advertise themselves as middle South barbecue, not middle South barbecue, but middle come visit the middle South, and so it was like, all right, well, do we do we brand ourselves as middle South barbecue? Maybe.
maybe, yeah. But I think that slowly but surely, and it also too, as long as you're busy, as long as people are coming, people aren't going it's not necessarily a destination state as much as Texas, I guess, or
Texas,
or,
for
or
sure. And
conventions.
the good thing, our biggest thing is when people do come here, they know about us. Like the people here know and they direct them to us. Yeah. And when they Google our Google reviews, they know this is the place. And when we have Texas natives that live here that don't have to go back to Texas to get their barbecue fix because we take care of the brisket need. And then the other stuff is just really good. We don't do everything Texas style, so it's okay. We were talking. Someone asked me the other day, well, do you feel like you should do more Arkansas stuff? And it's okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
There's Arkansas just for whatever reason throughout the years has never had an identity of barbecue, and so it's really a melting pot. And they're like, well, what is it specifically? And it's well, I can't really answer that because you've got Memphis and Delta barbecue, and you've got Kansas City in the corner and Texas to the left, bottom left, and so I mean, what tastes good? Just because you're in Arkansas doesn't mean why would you do an Italian restaurant in Arkansas? Why don't you make Arkansas?
Yeah,
Italian food's just good. You would want to make an Italian restaurant.
Uh-huh.
If you took spaghetti and it wasn't spaghetti, I mean, like I don't know. It's like,
Yeah,
how
like
did
a
you
Japanese, like a
make that
Japanese
Arkansas?
restaurant, a
How would
Japanese
you
style
make that
Arkansas.
spaghetti Arkansas?
That
So,
that's the question of
uh,
the hour. I don't
yeah,
know.
is this Arkansas sushi? Oh, it's very nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
what is Arkansas sushi? Can you tell me about it? Well,
yeah.
I mean,
It's
really, barbecue in general as a whole culture and a whole like lifestyle slash cooking apparatus and
mhm.
culinary kind of segment that's out there of eating. Like it's like you have burgers, pizza, Italian, steakhouse, barbecue, Mexican, Tex-Mex, sushi, Asian, Thai. You've got like these are the segments: sandwiches, delis.
Yeah,
I mean, breakfast. I mean, those are the segments: chicken, fast food.
yeah,
So barbecue within itself is like, okay, well, it's always been highly regional, and it's always been okay. Well, how did our grandfathers and our ancestors cook these pigs? Okay, well, Arkansas didn't have pig farms like North Carolina did, so nobody was here cooking whole hogs all the time.
yeah.
So that's not Arkansas barbecue. We did a lot of pork loin. Like some of the older places do a lot of chopped pork. I thought a little bit about that, but I just don't know how to make. I mean, I'd have to figure out how to
Yeah.
do it here because they do a lot of those places smoke the pork, then refrigerate and chop it up and reheat it on the flat top of sauce. It's
Yeah,
great. It's fine. I mean, it's just Delta. It's like Delta barbecue.
yeah,
But it's okay to like take something that's Texas, like the Texas style of cooking brisket is the preferred method that I use.
yeah.
That's okay that's like in a place in Arkansas without us being like so hyper. We love Texas. It is very, I don't know. Everyone always like, well, why do you feel like it's a Texas barbecue place? I'm like, well,
It's
because
a
it's
barbecue
badass
place.
and it's a barbecue place, but like, does it feel like a place that you're at in Austin and Lockhart? Absolutely. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, like we're doing stuff. We don't cheat. Like we don't have a single. The only thing that has electricity in our whole business is that, I mean, outside the kitchen, but like in the smokehouse is that M&M, and that M&M just has a fan.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it doesn't have a propane or anything,
Gas
and
assist or
and we
yeah.
like and we like it. We like it a lot. It's a good cooker. You can do a lot of good barbecue on rotisseries.
So are all four locations Tuesday to Saturday?
Yeah.
Same hours, roughly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And so
awesome.
are you getting lines at like other like for people like should people know that they can come any time of day or and if they do come, how
Oh
long
yeah.
do they
I mean,
wait or
it's a good 30-minute wait, 35-minute wait in the line, during lunchtime. So it's
yeah.
different places. But yeah, I mean but if you come mid afternoon, it's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Come enjoy a non-alcoholic Corona.
Are people lining up to before you're open?
No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Some days we'll have 10, 15 some days, but like since we're open till 9,
Yeah.
it just doesn't build that type of like you go even like Green Street, like in Chicago, you go to Chicago at like lunchtime. They're gonna get their line. It's gonna come, but it's just gonna come. It's
Yeah.
gonna come when people all show up. It doesn't necessarily have to come at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's true. What's your favorite thing right now on the menu other than Corona?
Corona non-alcoholic,
10 of them
really good.
with a piece of white bread.
Yeah, I really want to drive around like
Yeah, I
and
know.
have it and be drinking.
I was
Oh,
thinking that same thing. I was thinking, what if you were driving with that? Would that be
yeah. Favorite thing on the menu right now. Here, let me see what we're doing over here. Man, our brisket's been awesome. You got anything? What do you got? You got to cut until 5. Get out of here. Hey, you got gloves on? Please open up this moist. Let's cover this place. This moist. Maybe it's like the one. Yeah, so now things are good.
looking good?
Pushing
Wow.
fresh.
Oh, that brisket looks killer.
Yeah. You're pretty. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. You there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It came
Yeah,
back.
pretty
Yeah.
good there.
It's a little choppy with the Wi-Fi right now. Oh, that looks
Not bad. Not bad.
not bad.
Hello.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty stuff.
Pretty good. Overcooked them. That's fine. You need to be cutting up your back section. I'm throwing in shots. But yeah, man. So yeah, turkey's really good. Our
Everything.
burger's really good.
Oh, you have a burger?
I'd cut off that backside of that point. We got a great burger. Yeah, I would do that.